all live with a man in this land. But this was never meant to be.
Sweet, sweet sound of Sugar Aloe's Boy. The man giving you the truth in a melody there that you're bobbing your head, but I hope it going into your head. I hope you could take in what he's actually saying. Selfishness, greed, selfishness, greed, the destruction of ourselves, the desire to dominate others, taking advantage of others. This quest, this Zionist quest to be in control of everything and everyone. You had to bend your knee to these people, or they will bring death to you. And I always remember the biblical Islamic stories, because it's very, very similar, where Pharaoh feels himself God. He feels himself so powerful. And Moses, peace be upon him, you know, with the power of God, challenges Pharaoh and his magicians. And the power of God obviously manifests itself so strongly, the staff turns to a serpent and eats up everything. And Pharaoh's magicians, his advisors, they tell him, boy, whatever power that is, whatever God, that's really God, that's power, the God of Moses. And Pharaoh tells them, but who gave all your permission to think? You hear the arrogance. And boy, we could just hear the arrogance when certain people speak. When last while I listened to the American president and Rubio and they speak, Lord have mercy. Yeah, we just, we destroy that and we will bring to you all death like you'll never see before. And yeah, we killed this one and we killed that one and they better take a deal, Cuba better take a deal, and this one better do this or else. And about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, the might that you have never seen in ever before. Such arrogance. When God says to us, walk on the earth lightly. Be careful with the ants when you're walking. Don't mash ants and don't kill other animals just for so. With all of your technology, you are able to precisely kill the supreme leader, last supreme leader of Iran, right? You could target him specifically and his leaders. But you still bombing a school and killing 160 girls and women? But you do that on purpose? Or you do just indiscriminately? I'm trying to understand. You could target the leaders in Lebanon. Precisely, Israel, right? They could target a leader. They killed one the other day again yesterday or whatever, right? But you still indiscriminately killing women and children in Palestine up to today. Maybe it's not indiscriminate. Maybe you specifically targeting women and children, for sure. And the world sits by and looks at that. And the entire Muslim Arab world just looked on. Their populations protest. But the leaders suppress the population. The leaders making deals with Israel and America and paying tribute. But the people are in protest. So who's really democratic and who is really not? Across the Middle East, where we're talking democracy, right? None of these states has a democracy. None. It's kings and monarchs and all kind of thing, supported by America, defended by America. So forget democracy. That is just talk. It is who you bend the knee to. Let us be careful. I thank God and I give him praise for a new day and the ability to speak with the population of Trinidad and Tobago. Tell whoever you know, tell them to tune in, right? On the airwaves. I know it's being kind of curtailed online in a kind of way, right? Because they own the platforms. They don't own that directly, and they didn't send instructions yet. But freedom of speech, and we're supposed to have freedom of speech. Thank God for Tucker Carlson and people like that. Americans. Thank God for Mamdani. Thank God for others, Mehdi and others, people who are Americans, who's speaking out. The American population that supports this, I don't even know if to call it a war, this aggression against Iran by Israel and America, is 25%, I think they say the last poll they do. So leaders don't even represent the desires of their populations. So who they represent? Is there an effort to seek the consensus of your people before you make a decision or make a statement? That is essential. That is essential. And Trinbagonians, regardless of political affiliation, creed, race, or color, we need to be clear on issues. We have to be clear on issues, and we have to speak clearly to our leaders. I support you in this, but you see that? I is a praying man, you know. The Bhagavad Gita teach me that that is unjust. And I support you in general, you know, but when it comes to that, I'm a practicing Hindu. I'm a practicing Muslim. I'm a practicing Christian. I am a moral person. I believe in right and wrong. So I support you in certain things, you know. But you see that? Careful. Careful what you're doing. Careful. Illegal and unjust. From the people who just, they ain't even finished the genocide yet, you know. They're still doing it. Now, war on a sovereign country. And you will see the bootlickers had to go a certain way. Pressure. And you will see a few people who are sovereign. This is the next thing. You have to be able to be sovereign. You have to be strong enough to deal with the consequences of speaking the truth. I know, trust me. I know it have consequences for speaking the truth. Trust me. Far more standing up and doing something against what is wrong. I have the perfect example of my father. Not easy. They will persecute you for life, not for now, you know. Even in death, sometimes your legacy and your children still face challenges because you stood up and spoke the truth, and far more acting on it. They don't study talkers too much. You could talk kind of wherever. If you talk too influential, then they silence you. They attempt to silence you. We live in a world where there are plenty mediums where silence is difficult. So let us as a people be united on issues. Forget UNC, forget PNM, forget wherever else. This is about right and wrong and country. And let us speak to our leaders. Let us be brave enough. We don't have to cower in fear. What are you afraid? Victimization. You see, that's where. So you don't really have no democracy. You don't have no freedom of speech. You're going to get licks anytime you're talking. Thank God for 91.9 and thank God for social media, kinda, although they're suppressing the message as much as possible. We're just dealing with the facts of the issues. And we will be right back after the break to continue dealing with the facts and home into Trinidad and Tobago. We have a new development, right? SOE again in Trinidad and Tobago. We wake up to SOE. We'll be right back.
Boy, I got in an accident a while ago. I was in traffic and my car get bounced from behind.
Well, then they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance company go fix it up.
Fix up? Huh. I make my claim the next day. And up to now, I can't hear from the insurance company. I need my car fixed.
Look, you better go to the Financial Services Ombudsman. I'm sure they can help.
Yeah, I'm going to check them now.
To resolve a complaint with your insurance company, bank, or non-bank financial institution, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman at 800-4FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
Not everything has to change. At KFC, we don't change the flavor, we add more. Now, get our delicious Lent value meals so you can keep on crunching. Get a fish sandwich for $45 or fish fillet with one regular side, also $45. We give you more of the taste you love for Lent. So keep on crunching with KFC. Finger licking good.
Go to FIFA World Cup 2026 with Coca-Cola. Here's how. Buy any Coca-Cola 591 milliliter bottle with football labels. Uncap and submit your code via WhatsApp to 328-2878. It's that easy. Participate as often as you like for your chance to win FIFA World Cup tickets or exclusive merchandise and score with Coca-Cola. Promotion approved by NLCB. Follow us on social media for updates.
Get ready, this is big. Our first annual epic fundraiser cruise. Sail in the sunset aboard the stunning embassy yacht at King's Wharf, San Fernando. Easter Sunday, 5th April 2026. Boarding 2:30 p.m. sharp. Sunset vibes, sweet music, pure liming on the water. Tickets only $250. All funds for a great cause. Together we change lives. Quick route, no glass bottle, no big cooler. Casual dress, come as it comes. Payments can be made by Monday, 30th of March 2026. Tickets still available. Call or WhatsApp 683-8569 right now. Limited spots, don't sleep. Sail in the sunset, Easter Sunday, Embassy Yacht. Let's go.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death. which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
I do not own the rights for the music because we're streaming online as well. I need to clarify that. And also, you just keep it short. I don't want to get put off.
I start to study the whole universe. How come this world gets so corrupt and cursed? Things have changed up, cause it's not like before. Man's life in turmoil, with disaster and war, for sure. With the nuclear this and the nuclear that.
Or go back and listen to Sugar Hollow's Signs of the End of Times. And we bring ourselves to the end of our times by our actions. If we do what we are not supposed to do, we create the conditions for destruction, for death. And therefore, we as human beings, as citizens of the world, we have to stand up and ensure that our countries, our people, our young people who are in armies or whatever, our children, plenty of us, our children in the U.S. Army, you know. Plenty of us, and we sad to see them deployed to go and kill other people. That's what our soldiers do, destroy and kill other people. For what? For some little group, for their power, for them to be in control of everyone else, for resources that ultimately also lead to power. What we doing? What we allowing to be done? We need to be careful. Is this right or is this wrong? This is the first question that all human beings must ask themselves. Is it right? Is it wrong? So, we understand what is going on in the world today. We are intelligent enough. Trinbagonians are not stupid. And we must direct our country in the direction that we want to go. I've always said I sympathize with the difficult position that our leaders may be in, because the big powers give you a ultimatum, eh? Do this or else. But we have to know what we are about. And there are impacts for Trinidad and Tobago. We import oil and gas, right? We import oil if we refine, but we don't refine at the moment, but we import gas for our vehicles and stuff because we don't produce it. So those things are going to become more expensive for us. However, our production of LNG is decent. It has been what has kept us afloat, and the prices of LNG have already begun to soar. So we will get more money for that. But money is not the solution to Trinidad and Tobago's problems. It's not the solution. I'm going to say alone. Because if you continue to have a culture of greed, of selfishness, then more money will come. It will go into the hands of a few, and we will still be in the same position. We'll still be in the same disastrous, immoral, ungodly, wicked, greedy, selfish position. And you see an act of greed shocking Arima as businessman slayed outside home. If it is for his things, his money, for his possessions, it's greed. It's selfishness. Because you value a thing or paper more than a man's life. Or if it is some other motivation, maybe he did somebody something. Most times, business people, other people, you know what they do other people things for? For money, for property. And some people not taking that. With the absence of justice through the normal mechanism, men taking it into their own hand. A lawyer costs 50,000 or 100,000. A gunman costs, I don't want to tell all you. Or I might consider it. Unfortunately. And there are people, there are human beings who are willing to take money to kill another human being. Not just here. On the grander scheme, all those Latinos, Afro-Americans, wherever who looking for citizenship and a house, and they are in the army being exploited. And here, a man who broken intellectual capacity is low, most times young people who are stupid, who don't understand life. They give them a gun, and the boss tell them, go and kill somebody, and you'll get food, you'll eat a food. That is the shameful reality of human existence in Trinidad and Tobago. And we have left so many human beings on that level that they're willing to kill another human being for money, for paper, for a car, for a piece of land, for money to buy things. So low, degenerate. Sad. But that is where we are. Money can't really solve that. I mean, equality, greater equality and distribution of wealth, taking people out of the desperation, helping children to grow. Some of these young men who doing these things, the brain really fried too, between me and you. With the lack of maybe even nutrition, with the input of evil music, evil words, some people neglect the mother, just they see so much evil, they face so much neglect, they don't even have human empathy. Nobody don't care about me. I don't care about nobody. That is the thinking of some of these young people, you know. And they have experienced it. They have been hurt. They have been abused. They have been used. They have not been loved by nobody, even their parents. Because a human being who has been loved is incapable of certain actions. They see the example of the world. It's a gangster world we live in, where the strongest man takes what he wants from whoever is weak. So don't be surprised when they see mommy and whoever walking in town and they have a bag dangling. Don't be surprised when you say opportunity. Mom's weak, I strong, I fast, I go and grab that. This is what they have seen. This is what they have experienced. And this is the example that we continue to allow. And then we telling the youth, no, that's not the right way. The rich take advantage of the poor. The rich in Trinidad and Tobago take advantage of the poor. They give you the least they could possibly give you to keep you on a rat. They don't even care if you could afford to live. They don't care about your lifestyle, how you they don't care. We live in an advantageous society, an advantageous world. Good morning, brother.
Hey, preach, man. Preach the gospel, brother. Preach the gospel. God gave you the strength this morning, brother, to talk to we, boy.
Yeah.
Preach, boy. Preach. Were you doing plenty people and doing that, people doing that because of power and greed.
Yeah.
Listen up, Lord. Good morning to you, your family, and good morning to the intelligent and the people who God have blessed to listen to the truth this morning. Just where you're saying is the greed, the power, and the love of money.
Yeah.
Here where I want to double in with you with. You see them game where they're showing on TV and on the computer, on your phone.
Training you to kill.
Boy, let me tell you something now. I have to stop my grandson. It's all 12 o'clock in the night. Boy, shoot the man, boy. You hear the man? Boy, what kind of stupid? Listen to me now.
Yeah.
Food.
Demonic. Demonic. You ain't see how many monsters they showing me, little Chen?
Food, you know. China and the place we're making them thing in America, them in showing the children them thing.
Yeah.
And look at what's going on now. Look at what's going on now. This Netanyahu man, you ain't believe this is the man we encouraged that, we start that war and had that war. And if you talk, people go say about Muslim, people go say about Christian, people go say about this. But let me tell you something now. is a clear indication where they're showing you. Half of them country and them we have leaders. They don't have homosexual, they don't have thieving, they don't have raping because the law them country have for raping and killing is hanging you one time, it's chopping off your hand with your teeth.
Yeah.
I mean to say the people and them born and grow up in that society. Okay? Look at what Trump had to tell them. He ain't want no man going in no woman bathroom. For you imagine when you born and your mother squeeze you out, the first thing they say, Mom, you have a boy. Mom, you have a girl. How a boy could turn a girl in growing up and a girl could come a man in growing up? That demon is not you telling me. If you talk about that, they're talking about gay rights and this rights and that right. These people and them in this country, when now, listen, they kill a leader, a spiritual leader, jump high, jump low. I don't care when nobody say, let Iran deal with the thing, let Cuba deal with the thing, and according to the same, let Venezuela deal with the thing, like how we dealing with the thing. Because far as I hearing on the news, like we going and have a next state of emergency.
Yeah, we in a state of emergency already. We ain't fighting nobody, you know. No, we fighting with self.
Well, let me tell you something now. All them have to do, everybody know where we inheriting and where we going through. You see, when they wanted to attack the Scott Job report, if they did attack it at that time, we would now reach where we is. When Bernadette James talk about it, she ain't supposed to dead in a bus with police. You see, them things, the little boy in the pool and all these things, you see, if we really have a just society and an equal, and as you're saying, across the board, Shane, the big man must pay just as the little man, this country will be better than where it is today.
For sure.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe that.
Half of them bomb where you see going in Kuwait and certain different Dubai and them place. I don't trust Yahoo. He doing them things in order to put the blame on Israel. You know, people have, let me tell you, not everything you read is A for apple and A for and. You know. You have to analyze your A, you know. And plenty people who intelligent and Jewish student and this, they don't analyze where they read and they just jump to where they read and say that is it. And the media, look at the first thing you do. They blow up all the information that's the communication in Iran so you can't hear what's coming out. And here we even say how much people in Israel get killed. You cannot say that.
Yeah.
You can't, people in Israel can't. But you see, from the head, come right down to the top. And you're telling me now, them is God people. You understand? So when it breaks down to Trinidad, it breaks down to the Caribbean, it breaks down to everybody. Check where it's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
My brother, let me tell you something. We in a serious, serious time and the Bible revealing, because what I am watching, I hear a man is calling and say about Japan and China and Russia. Look at this young African leader there.
Yeah.
Torre building road. He building hospital. The boy say he grew up going to school bare feet. He grew up seeing dot road. He grew up seeing things. Now he's fixing it. He's fixing it. Building house. They're showing you the things the man doing, but they wouldn't publish it. The media wouldn't publish the things that other people to learn. But you go here, he's a dictator.
They're trying to kill him. They're trying to kill the man. You know how much time they attempted the man's life already?
Let me tell you something. You see, if all Africans all over the world want to sit down idly, and according to Will Louis Farrakhan, don't tell the American government, leave him alone. Louis Farrakhan don't send a message to the government of America and France and all, you leave that little black boy alone. Because just as how they kill Bob Marley, they kill Marcus Garvey, they kill Martin Luther, they kill Malcolm X. It's not all the days of their life they go be killing we leaders, we teachers. Everybody had a teacher, everybody had a leader. We're living and encouraging all the wrong and benefiting all the well. Let me give somebody else a chance, but brother,
Thank you very
Let
much.
me tell you something. In the month of Ramadan, I ain't no Muslim.
Yeah, people fasting. People fasting.
You kill a religious leader. One to the Pope. One to Donald Trump. One to Donald Trump and them. You go in right now. All these people in America. Last night I watching every news and I ain't sleeping because I watching all the news. And plenty of the senators and the people in Congress kicking against the wrong with Donald Trump doing.
Yeah, it's an illegal war, so Congress is going to convene soon and try to stop the war that is taking place. It have no justification.
Partner, let me tell you something. I believe justice belongs to God.
For sure.
And you see, every man has to answer.
For sure.
Trump had to answer with that purpose. That you know, right now it have a matter where they interview Bill Clinton and his wife.
Yeah, Epstein, yeah.
But you know Trump's name is the biggest name on that file.
Yeah.
But partner, in Trinidad and Tobago, I am saying don't care how much state of emergency, the leaders, the police, everybody know where to attack. Not the fella in Lavantil. It's the fella who living in the high rise in one book place and down in Westmoreland in the gated community. Them is the people. All you start the hole and all you go see how the crime go stop because them boys in Lavantil we can't buy a gun and can't get cocaine on no boat. This is the only thing and the truth go set me free. But let me don't wait until it's too late because plenty of them people were saying down in Parliament, plenty of them big police and them, no way going on. You hear?
Yeah.
Or they have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. If I could borrow a quote from my father, everybody involved. Everybody involved. That is the reality of the situation and therefore nobody wants to correct the problem. Everybody just playing games and on the lowest level, they were knocking the small man. But oh God, it's not me. It's not the small man. Go ahead, Prezi. You're trying to come in since yesterday. Welcome.
Yeah, morning. You understand what's going on? The closer it is to your station, the quicker people just get in. And if you're far away from the station, the frequency there's hard to come in. And
not only that, it just had a lot of calls yesterday. So by the time I switch, and they have a lot of calls today as well. So go ahead.
All right, yeah, well, good morning, Imam Fuad Abubakar. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, God. And, I don't watch it and here when you see that war we're going on in the east there. Watching that it bringing black clouds. So when we watch it, realize that when they're doing war, they'll be interfering with the atmosphere very serious. So the sun kind of breaks in from coming out and it putting black clouds in the air so that we could blacken the place. That is one part of this whole piece of situation. My partner now done talking there, but I want to tell you Netanyahu making sure that the prophecies of the Bible work here because it's Israel we're talking about here. And if Israel is to control the world as if the seeds of the sand of Israel, well, they're performing what they create as a prophecy. The 12, what we just call them, of the Islam, which is,
the 12 tribes, go ahead, the 12 tribes you're talking about?
Yeah? I mean,
the 12 tribes you're talking about, what you're talking about?
Well, the 12 tribes, we're talking about the 12 tribes of Israel there, but we're talking where Ishmael is concerned.
Yeah.
We're talking a different consciousness that if they go talking and they want to talk Bible, then maybe the 12 tribes of Israel and then we have the 12 prince of Ishmael. And so those people fighting, which on the hand you have to look at is a brother and a brother was fighting. One is a brother and one is a step. We don't like to talk about step. But Abraham two children, one is a concubine and one is an original. But the one who is the original, they say that was Isaac. But the one who is the concubine is Ishmael. So those people warring for the property of the father. And the property of the father, both of them carrying it. Whether you like it or not, Islam following up the Bible. And Christian following up the Bible. So those are the properties of Abraham. So we can't get away from it. The war that really fight in Africa, not in Africa, you know, the slavery. Africa not in no war. Which part Africa whole, which is the whole Eden, and we call the whole Eden Africa. That is what we lost in, or we be enslaved for people, other people to control. We are not in war. The war in the world right now is a religious war. And put away the Chinese and Japan and them, because all of them is also part of Europe. Who is the Mohads and the Mokids and all of them up in the north, in the whole of Asia and Europe. The problem below, where we have Ham, Sham, and even Ham and Sham and Japheth, all of them is not. The Ham, what we don't want to admit to ourselves, is the black people. The Ham generation, who on the original is Cush, Nimrod, Plut. Those are the people and them, which is all like Egypt, Ethiopia, Libya, Canaan is one. We have Nimrod. Nimrod is a black man. Why you think they pull down Nimrod from early o'clock? From early o'clock, they don't tell Cain, they don't tell me in the Bible, in the 9th chapter, that the black man going to be a slave. They didn't tell you the black man, they tell you Canaan going to be a slave. I want to know if it's Canaan. Who is Canaan now? Not the whole of black man that they need to be a slave. We have to go in the Bible and see the truth.
Yeah, I don't want you to go too far because you will lose people.
And what we're watching here, and I'm watching it seriously in the East Day as it is. That is a very serious thing going on. We having all them Arabs and them who, according to Ayatollah, he right now put up his hand and he said, "You children of tomorrow going to stand and see that it's Iran alone that stand up against the aggression in the East." Yeah. All the rest of them followers Europe. That's why they getting bombed with 7 nations, get bombed with one night. And look at it good, and they will see the trouble going on. And America and Israel fighting to keep up the prophecies of the Bible. I will leave it for now.
I don't think it's to keep up the prophecies of the Bible. It is for domination and power. They have been, in my opinion, they have been misled. The devil whispers into your heart, and you could see the arrogance of individuals who feel themselves powerful. They feel themselves able to bring death. They can't bring no life. All they could do is bring death. And they want other men to bow to them. That is the whole equation. The good Jews do not want no war. They have stood against what is taking place in Palestine. They march. Greta Thunberg, this next Jew code pink rabbis, they have marched, they have protested, they are brutalized even by the Israeli regime. When they stand against war, when they stand against genocide, they are beaten, I tell you, beaten, jailed. The God-fearing people of the world don't want no man to have no dominion over no man. There's no supremacy among man. I am not better than anybody else. Understand the concept. Except from a purity of my actions. And still God alone could judge that because he knows our intentions and what's in our heart. But they want the world to submit. You must be afraid of them. Just like Trinbagonians are afraid of the penalties of Trump. Not so? Ain't all afraid to lose all your visa? Ain't all afraid tariffs? Ain't all afraid for our way of life to change? Less things? Ain't all afraid poverty? Tell the truth. Until you're afraid. It's the truth. We're afraid. We're afraid and we have right. I know if we are right. We have wrong to fear because we know that Trump bringing it to you. He's threatening the whole world. He has threatened and he has acted against the whole world. His friends, Canada, he supposedly, them in a North American alliance, and he treat Canada like. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Hi there. Fighting the fight. God is the greatest.
God is the greatest, man. Well, Mr. Ford, I see this morning we under another state of emergency.
Yes, it's in front of me to talk about and I can't even reach it.
You know, man, you know what I can't understand with this government, why everything that's had to be done in the dead of the night. Or first thing in the morning when you wake up, you're seeing things. Right. I don't understand them for that, but probably that is their way of doing things.
Yeah.
But, Mr. Ford, they cannot have a state of emergency and then deal with the police service and the rogue elements in the police service. That is waste of time. That is spending top in modern. Because the rogue elements in the police service is friends and partners with the criminals outside.
For sure.
And that is a fact.
For sure.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
That's some murder that took place the other day. I think it was sometime last week. Is police bullets the final?
Yeah, it's police or army bullets.
Yeah.
Everybody involved. At the end of the day, you want boxer? You want a boxer shots to buy? At the end of the day, a man getting paid $9,000-$10,000 however, and his lifestyle costing him $20,000, and he watching 20 boxer bullets in lockup inside the police or the army. You know what you're going to do? It's a weed inside the station and now sees from somebody else. He know how much for a block of weed. He know how much for a kilo, he know. And his lifestyle costing him $20,000, he getting paid $12,000. Where you think his moral and spiritual value is going to make him whole to not take that? But all the weed in the station gone, and he know who's selling the weed too because he on the block, he working. So he gonna take it, give it to somebody else to sell, and then when somebody ain't get a cut, they go and talk, and then is there something on the news. But if everybody get a cut, you know, not never come out.
But this is the thing.
And you go them going and stop crime? Them could stop crime? Man.
But it can't stop. Unless you have a state of emergency in the police service.
Man.
Because weed going missing. All the weed that was shown on the news halfway down on the streets already said.
Half you say? A man in the station tell me.
Well, if not all.
A man in the station tell me. Boy, I'm sorry to tell you, hey, it's almost everything they take, you know, and they was just finishing up. They ain't finished take everything now before somebody talk.
So Mr. Ford, you see a state of emergency, waste of time.
Nope.
So long as you have a rogue elements in the police service, nothing is going to solve. Nothing.
Yeah.
Because the rogue elements is so alert the criminals, we coming up by you.
Yeah.
We coming by you about 2 o'clock. It can't done.
Yeah.
Deal with the rogue elements and the police service. And this commissioner that had this Punisher bag on his shoulder that he meaning removing, which we educated people, Mr. Floyd, knows what is the meaning of that Punisher on his shoulder. It cannot done.
Yeah.
It's waste of time.
Waste of time. It's just show. They go suppress the gang warfare for a little while. They go lock up more people. It's the opportunity to lock up people without doing the work to actually charge them, right? So they go lock up everybody who, right now there's a war. I don't know if you call that war, but there's a war taking place in Trinidad between certain groups. I don't know if you know, predominantly in certain areas, who stab who and kill who, and who kill who, so they killing back who, and anywhere they find you, and in certain communities you cannot be out in the night, and it have refrigerator in the road so you can't drive up the road. All kind of thing going on in Trinidad. You know? They go taxi stand. You know that they go taxi stand, they go cars are not allowed in Port of Spain right now. You know that? So you can't even get taxi to go. But they're lying to the population. They don't tell us the truth. It's warfare going on.
And then Mr. Ford, they're hearing files missing. And then the security minister will come out and say, no files are missing. Right? When they say this guy was kidnapped. The files going missing.
Yeah, well, it's a mess. It's not a mess created now, you know. It's a mess long time.
Yeah.
It's a mess long time. And now this old lady had to fight up with this mess. I genuinely, brother, I'll be genuine with Trinidad and Tobago. I am genuinely sorry that at this stage, this lady had to deal with this mess. Because it's a mess externally, it's a mess internally, it's economic strife. It's a mess. And the other people who create much of the mess too, them laughing, living nice. All of them living nice, you know, brother. I'm asking, you know. They living real nice. And it's not on the salary alone. They living nice. While Trinidad is a mess. So, forgive me when I say I don't want to hear none of them.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah, blessings.
Well, I know you have a lot of callers on the line, so I wouldn't pull it up. Allah bless you, sir.
You too. Take it easy. Yeah, the calls keep coming in, and I will take the calls as well, but I'm just dealing with the facts. In certain areas in Trinidad and Tobago, there has been, as you could see, multiple shootings and double and triple murders. Because who stabbed who Carnival Day, some young man from whichever gang, and this gang and that gang, and reprisal after reprisal, and like the police can't talk to nobody. Because why? There is no respect. They involved. They connected. They dealing. It's a mess. So now they SOE. They go arrest everybody. They go lock up 900 people again. And then when they release them, what? I don't know, you know. Trinidad alone know what's going on. Hey, look my partner. Welcome.
Hey, bless the morning for alaikum assalam.
Yeah, alaikum salam.
We should tweet yourself and deal with the excuse of going but for what I hear, we under state of emergency. You still have to yesterday. They come and think cars can't come in for us. That is true, no, but then really come and tell the plan the ground really going on now. Yeah. Because for the last month or so, there's about 5 days ago, people get gone down all over. One get gone down in back already, and some get gone down, and one get gone down right in the back by me, long in the back here by.
Yeah. You know what's going on, man. You're on the ground, you know what's going on. Yeah, the war is on.
Yeah. Well, the government had to do enough for the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that is state of emergency and certain elements come back out and you know the price so scale and in a set people crash you.
Yeah. That is the next thing. So, all they passing and all they shooting and all they shooting drive by. Yeah, so all they shooting innocent people. Fridge in the road now, you know, KFC. Imagine Trinidad. What Trinidad is? Fridge in the road so you can't drive up the road because.
And they say that they block up the road, they block the government with fridge, big log, and all that kind of thing. You can't go up in certain lane and all them kind of thing on the floor. The rest are going on in the country right now.
Yeah.
So, the government had to do what I do for what I look to understand and you keep up the good work, man.
Yeah, blessings, brother.
Bless.
Yeah. A mess. The place is a mess. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, Mr. Fuad. I don't really want to get too much involved with this matter.
Right. With the state of emergency, right?
No, but the state of emergency, I think it is warranted.
Yeah.
I can be inconsistent. I think some 2 weeks ago, I said that things were out of control.
But that's sad that we can't, our security services can't keep things in control, and we have to resort to a state of emergency continuously. That's sad.
Well, you can't be in a state of emergency in perpetuity.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, what is it? And people speak about police service reform, and I don't know. It appears to me, and I spoke with you some time ago, and I tell it is business as usual as far as I see with the police. Business as usual. People talk about, if you go to New York, if you go to England, people talk about police on the streets. Put the police patrol. You need to, that is one step out of other things that are necessary, that are needed. I don't see what, I haven't seen anything new in terms of combating crime in this country here. Yes, the police service, we talk about trust and confidence, and I don't know whether the people have trust and confidence, but there's a need for reform, and you have to walk and chew gum, in the sense that you have to look after the safety and security of the population, and at the same time, do your reform incrementally. You don't need to bring no big in the interim. You have certain things you could do with respect to the various divisions and whatnot to make police work more effective.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you that.
Yeah,
and I told them already, I said already as an ordinary citizen, and I have my right to say that, those divisional heads have to be more active in their division.
Yeah.
They have to be more accountable for what is going on in the division. Everything is just centralized. You run to everything. So you have decentralization. Let those people work. The people must know the names and who are the police in the division, so that they can report. The police must be, engage the population. You could start there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You could start there. You have other things could come down the road, but one of the things you need to do is put the police, let the police. You have about 800 something SRP that you recruited recently. They said you're going to put. You could put some of them together with the more seasoned police officers in the district, in the like Diego Martin. You have squad car, you have patrol. Let the patrol go in the areas.
Yeah.
So the question about people putting on fridge and all kind of thing in the road, and fridge still there, and so what the police doing?
You want me to tell you what happened? I'll tell you what happened. The police in an unmarked vehicle drove up the road, stopped at the refrigerator, and the residents, the people who were at war with wherever else, because it's an unmarked vehicle, they shot at the unmarked vehicle, and the police came out and shoot back behind them. About 500 rounds, they say, and nobody in get shoot up to now. Just madness. But understand the people trying to protect themselves, because when whoever they are against come into the community, they indiscriminately shooting as well. So but is there anybody? How could there be, of all the divisional leaders, there's no one who has that trust in communities to go speak to these people and say, listen, this can't continue. There is no control, there's no respect.
Well, I don't know, but I am saying that if things are not brought under control, I heard about Port de France. Yeah. That is in Haiti. And I hope that I trust that this society don't, fall to that level. And I'm saying that, I want to close up here. I am saying that I don't know whether, in fact, because yes, the police have to do their work, but the fact that they have to act within the law. This is not the rule of law. Everybody must abide by the law. We say that. We say that the police need cameras, and they need cameras. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And if the police believe that they could withhold their enthusiasm, but again, and probably they may have fear, because again, if they go out there and they shoot or whatever it is, population maybe. But if you operate within the law, you're not interfere.
Yeah.
All you have to do is abide by the law, operate within the law, and I'm begging those divisional head, that commissioner, everything is on your back. You have to ensure that those people who are assigned to the various divisions do their work. They have to go out in the communities, get the police out there, the sergeant, the superintendent, whatnot. And if they don't do that, I'm afraid that things are not going to get better.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. West. Yeah, it is a sad situation, and it calls for thinking and a different approach, because the cause of the conflict can be resolved. Lives have been lost on both sides, but you can go to the root and you can bring justice and you can enforce it. Whether they have the ability to do that is interesting, but that is what must be done, and a police service has to be able to change and reform. And if you have a commissioner who not even willing to take off a Punisher badge when people call it out as something that is not correct, it doesn't, then where are we going? Where are we really going institutionally? Where are we going in this society? And don't get vexed with me because I tell it like it is and tell the truth. Don't get vexed with those who speak the truth. Get vexed with what you see in the mirror. Get upset with yourself that you are not able to change. Because people will want to take it out on the truth tellers, you know. You want to smash the mirror. Don't smash the mirror. Change yourself. This is our challenge in this society. To look at ourselves and the contribution that we are making to this lawless dump, to this evil. Because all of us contribute in some way. Is either we pull in the right way, we pull in the wrong way. And who's going to be the first one to change? The rich man going to share some of his riches? The poor man going to behave a little better and have more patience? Who is going to change? The institutions are going to reform? The police is going to accept that they corrupt? The politicians are going to accept that they corrupt and try and change? This is what is necessary. SOE just takes away the protections of the citizens so that the police could have it easy to arrest you and throw you in jail. That's all it do. Instead of you actually doing the work, doing proper policing, confronting the issue, you just have the ability now. Just take him up and lock him up. Just take up everybody, lock them up. Suppress it for a while. The anger, the problems, the whatever, the conflict still there. There are no guns in prison, so they can't kill each other, but they will try to stab each other in prison. They will try to beat up each other. Some on one wing, some on the next wing. And what? Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Pleasant morning, everyone.
Hey, pleasant morning to you. Love and blessings, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I like to compliment you, job. You're doing a good job. Yesterday morning I mentioned partner. It depends on our partnering going forward, looking at production.
Yeah.
Creativity, productivity, and so it extends onto the social issues that we are having in our homes, because the first police, the first teacher, the first counselor, the first pastor is from within our homes.
Yeah.
When will we parents get serious and understand, like I said yesterday morning, tie a cock with a twine.
Yeah.
How could Johnny be coming home this morning knowing that he's not working? Johnny is only 14 years. What are we doing? Are we looking at having the right partnership? Because this is where the problem is, you know, the yoke and the unequally yoke.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't talk to your own husband. Sometimes you can't talk
You
to your
talking
wife.
about yoke, who say it a yoke? You forget is single mother and single father right now is single parents association, single fathers, single mothers, you know. You remember the economic system ripping your wives out of the home because a man cannot earn enough to take care of his home, and ideas of feminism and whatever else to exploit women have been pushed into the society, so the women are in work. It is hard for a woman to work and then come home and deal with these children and them.
You and your spiritual background, from the way you speak, you is nothing like that. And this is what we need to have them to understand. We push the Creator out. We have to acknowledge that.
We push the Creator out. It's not a it's profit, boy. This society is run on money, profit, not God and not family.
Yes.
Family.
We understand that.
Family.
M-O-N-E-Y love. M-O-N-E-Y love.
Family. Anybody sacrificing themselves for the career? A woman can sacrifice her career and money for her children in this society now? No, they don't even want children. You try to convince a woman to have 2-3 children for you trying her nowadays. She telling you mad.
I understand what you're saying, my friend. But we need to get to the resources, to the real source. Because you see, I don't understand I telling my big sister, you since you're going to the police service, you get real stupid. But anything happen, we call the police. And we is the problem. We is the problem. This thing real confusing, you know. Because it's my brother, your sister, my aunt, your uncle. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the brighter side. Look at it and see who is serving who. You just spoke about the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
You just spoke about the man in the mirror. Let us look at it in the real sense. We are doing we. And we blaming the police service, the teaching service. The teacher will get blamed.
Yeah.
The fire service ain't have no enough equipment. And when the time comes, we blame whom it may concern, and this is about it.
Yeah. But all are we is we, all that is all are we. All are we everywhere. It have a few people in Trinidad and Tobago who really trying still. It has some teachers who love your children more than you love your children, because you will not sacrifice no money and no time. You will not sacrifice the boat ride for your children. You're not doing it. Don't say you love them. You're pretending to love them. Love is sacrifice. Love is sacrifice. Love is not talk.
My friend.
Love is not talk. And we do not love nobody. We love money. We love money.
Correct. Love is living of values every day.
Love is giving up.
Love is living of values every day. Mr. Baca,
to others, not value to yourself, to others.
Yes. Let me thank you and give room to somebody else, my friend. Good program.
Yeah, love you too, brother. Blessings.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Love is sacrifice. People don't even know what love is. Love is giving up for somebody else. And you're supposed to love everybody. Is a love. Have a $10 is a love. Is a love, but you don't love nobody. You love the $10. You love things. They have confused you into loving things. And things are shallow. They can't even love you back. A thing can't even love you back. What's the sense loving something that can't even love you back? It's just stupidity. You love your career. You love freedom. You don't even know what freedom is. They have ripped the mothers out of the homes. They have ripped the mothers out of the homes. They have impoverished the fathers. You're earning and you're not earning enough. So your balls snip. Because you're not earning enough. So you can't tell the woman, hey, cool yourself, you know. I go handle that. You handle the children. Because the children need to handle. This is the wicked economic system that we live in. So when the children have no guidance, when the tablet raising them, the TV raising them, because when you come home you're tired and you just want a break, and to deal with in your head is headache, to correct, to talk to them over and over, to give them attention, you're tired, to run behind them, to play with them, you have no energy. What's going to happen to them? Oh, they think this generation bad? Wait now. Oh, they think this generation bad? Wait. Good morning, caller. You're closing the program because we just have a minute left, right? Go ahead.
Good morning. I just called to repeat a sentence you make here just now.
Yeah?
They bring in feminism to destroy our woman. I don't know if I quoted the way you quoted.
Yes.
I just called, I came in and I turned and I hear that, and I say, for a young man, you are very intelligent. They bring in women, feminist movement to destroy our women. Thank you so much. You can take me off. Yeah. I just called to repeat what you said there, something there.
Blessings, yeah. Yeah, you had to destroy the family. To exploit people, you had to single them out. You want the woman, you want the man, and you want the children to use too, you know. You always see what's going on with Epstein. They want to use the children too, because that's how you could use them. But if a family is strong and whole, you can advantage it. Let us understand what is taking place in our society. The problem is deeper than we think, and we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do to come back from where we're heading. Blessings to everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Please share the message if it makes sense. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow. Take care.
On the Street 919 FM.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus. This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes. Let's bring church home to you. Join us every Tuesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. with your hosts, Kempes and Kevin. Be inspired, be blessed right here on the Street 91.9 FM.